The Qatari rescue pod drifted through the debris field of what had once been the human colony ship, Perseverance. Inside, Tiana Chen floated unconscious, her oxygen running critically low. The attack had been swift. The Varex raiders had shown no mercy to the unarmed civilian vessel. Velamora, the Qatari captain, studied the human's bio-readings on her scanner. This one still lives, but barely. The others... She gestured to the wreckage scattered across space like broken dreams. Leave it, her first officer chirped. We have our own mission. The Galactic Council declared humans non-aligned. They have no protections. Velmora's crest flattened against her skull, a sign of deep contemplation among her people. The Qatari had survived for millennia by following protocol, by never extending themselves beyond galactic law. But something about the sleeping human's face, peaceful despite the horror surrounding her, made Velmora's decision simple. Bring her aboard. Tiana woke to unfamiliar sounds and the acrid smell of alien atmosphere scrubbers. Her body ached, and memories flooded back, the alarms, the screams. Brooks shouting her name as he pushed her toward the escape pod. Brooks. Her brother. You are awake. The voice was melodic but strange, coming from a being that looked like a 7-foot-tall mantis covered in iridescent feathers. Where? Tiana's throat felt raw. You are safe aboard the Harmony's wing. I am Captain Velamora. You were the only survivor we could reach in time. The only survivor. The words hit Tiana like a physical blow. 2,000 souls had been aboard the Perseverance. Scientists, engineers, families seeking a new world. Brooks had been heading to the cargo bay when the attack began. He'd saved her life by getting her to that pod. Why did you save me? Tiana asked, tears streaming down her face. Velamora's crest rose in what Tiana would later learn was compassion. Because it was the right thing to do. 3 months later, Tiana stood in the Galactic Council chambers on Nexus Prime, her human frame dwarfed by the representatives of 100 species. She had learned much in her time aboard the Harmony's wing. The Qatari had treated her not as cargo or curiosity, but as crew. They had mourned with her, shared their food, taught her their language. The human colony ship was in neutral space, droned the Xylar delegate, its crystalline body refracting cold light. The Galactic Council has no jurisdiction. The matter is closed. Closed? Tiana's voice rang out, amplified by the chamber's acoustics. 2,000 people were murdered and you call it closed? Humans chose not to join the galactic community, the Xylar continued. Without membership, there is no protection. This is galactic law. Velamora rose from the observers section, her presence commanding attention. Then your law is broken. We Qatari have followed council protocol for 3,000 years. But if saving an innocent life violates your law, then perhaps your law does not deserve our obedience. A murmur rippled through the chamber. The Qatari were known as the most lawful species in the galaxy. Their word was their bond. The council's senior arbiter, a massive Thurian whose species had founded the council itself, leaned forward. Captain Velamora, you speak dangerously. I speak truth, Velamora replied. We left an entire species to die because of procedural technicalities. What does that say about us? The council's rejection came swiftly. Humans remained non-aligned, unprotected. The Perseverance massacre would be filed as an unfortunate incident in lawless space. But Velamora had expected this. We tried the official way, she told Tiana as they departed Nexus Prime. Now, we try the Qatari way. Over the next 6 months, Velamora sent a message across every Qatari frequency, to every ship, every colony, every trading post where her people gathered. She told them Tiana's story. She told them about the humans, a young species full of potential, cut down because bureaucracy valued procedure over life. The response was unprecedented. Qatari captains began appearing in Sol System, Earth's home, by the dozens, then hundreds. They came with supplies, weapons, and an offer: protection. We cannot offer you council membership, Velamora explained to the hastily assembled human delegation on Earth. But we can offer you something better, the sworn protection of the Qatari Armada. We will teach you, trade with you, defend you, not because of law, but because one human mattered enough to save, which means all humans matter enough to save. Tiana stood on the observation deck of the Harmony's wing, now permanently stationed in Earth orbit. Below, the blue planet turned peacefully, Somewhere down there in the archives was her brother's name alongside 1,999 others who had died on the Perseverance. Do you think they would be proud? She asked Velmora, who had become something between a mentor and a friend. I think, Velmora said, her crest rising high, that your brother's sacrifice was not in vain. He saved one life. That one life reminded us all what truly matters. A fleet of newly constructed human Qatari hybrid ships patrolled the outer system, Earth's first real defense against the hostile galaxy. Human engineers worked alongside Qatari technicians. Human doctors studied with Qatari healers. A friendship born from tragedy was becoming something stronger. An alliance built on mutual respect and shared values. When the Galactic Council finally sent envoys to Earth, demanding to know why the Qatari had violated protocol, Velmora's response was broadcast across all channels. You asked why we saved one human. The better question is, why didn't you save them all? We came back because that is what honor demands. That is what compassion requires. If your council cannot understand this, then perhaps you need us less than we need humanity. The galaxy watched, and slowly other species began to ask themselves the same question. What was law worth if it protected no one? Tiana smiled as she watched the ships patrol below. They had saved one human, so humanity had gained an entire species as allies, and the galaxy would never be the same.